grab a drink, light a candle, and let's bitch. Hi, everybody.
Hi, friends. How are you?
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. We are recording in actual time. This isn't pre-recorded.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
I'm also excited about that. I am nervous to get it edited in time, but I think it'll be okay.
You can do it. I have full faith in you.
We do want to say thank you to everyone who's listened and who has left comments and rates. We love it so much, and we're so thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for that.
I think it's so sweet when my husband comes home and he's like, I found another listener for you. She's actually listened to a couple episodes. I'm like, okay. I get like all like giddy about it, but at the same time, I'm like semi-embarrassed.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm like, wow, thank you so much. We got so many good reviews for the spooky episode and for the roommate stories episode. Those have been like, I got so many messages for the roommate stories episode. It was crazy. And I was like, thanks guys. And
I'm so happy that like, because our very first episode, we were very obviously like
brand
green.
new.
We've never done this before. And like, we still have a lot to learn.
Yeah, we're still brand new.
Looking at our episodes now and listening to us now in playback after you've edited versus that very first like 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like night and day. So those of you that that listened to those and kept coming back,
thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So we do have a special shout out to Jan, who sent us an email. It says, I guess my favorite book or series, and I'm showing my age, would be the Flowers in the Attic series. As a teenager, I thought my parents were awful, horrible. I wasn't allowed to do what I wanted, but never did my parents lock me anywhere, especially the attic, much less poison me. Well, that I know of. Now my favorite would be anything Frida McFadden. I've listened to every episode, and this was my second favorite. The spooky one is number 1.
Oh, thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Have you ever read the Flowers in the Attic series?
Yeah, have you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So creepy.
I read the first 3. I think there's more, but I think I've only read the first 3, but I have them.
So creepy. I've seen the new adaptation of them. Like, I'm sure they've had multiple adaptations on the screen for them, but like the newer versions I've seen. And I mean, they're very good. They are what they are. It's just, I mean, it's meant to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, so like, I don't know if I could watch it on TV.
Oh, it's a lot. It is.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I have seen it. Whenever I started watching, The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't do it. I had to stop.
I actually like the show more than the book, and I think it's just because the show had so many extra things added into it. The show is its own thing. Like, yes, the book is great, but the show goes so much farther.
Yeah.
I feel as though I cannot recommend it to people because of how gruesome and gory, and it is actually terrible. Like, I love watching it. I have been thinking about rewatching it, but I haven't. I've watched it twice, and I'm itching to watch it, and I'm like, no, you need to take a break. You need to watch something happy. And The Testaments, which is the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, I read the book. I made myself read the book, and it was so good. And I finished it, I think, the week that the show came out. I wanted to read the book first, and I'm so glad I did because the book's told from 3 different perspectives. It's from Aunt Lydia, it's from a girl named Daisy, and then Agnes. And if you have watched anything for The Handmaid's Tale, June is the handmaid, and then Agnes is her daughter that was taken away from her when Gilead took over the U.S. So it is about Agnes as she is growing up, and she's living in Gilead. And then there's Daisy, who's originally from Canada, and then there's Aunt Lydia, who's also in The Handmaid's Tale. But it has 5 episodes. 4 or 5 episodes? 5 episodes out. The 5th one just came out yesterday. So I've been watching it, and it is so good. It is less gory, and I know this because I've been talking to my friend Olivia about it. She could not watch The Handmaid's Tale, but she is watching Testaments, and she's hooked. There's still the episode that released yesterday was more Handmaid's Tale scary and terrifying, like that series versus this series. Yeah. But this one's like about kids, so it's a little less.
I'll take your word for it. I don't think I could.
That's fine. I'll watch it for the both of us. I just have to watch it twice now.
I will say I mean, I do this all the time, not even just being pregnant. It's a thing that I do. Mm-hmm. I will have an old TV series that I'll go back and I'll binge just so I have something playing in the background throughout my day.
Mhm.
And lately I've been rewatching How I Met Your Mother, Mother's Day episode.
Aw.
And I didn't even mean for that to happen the way it did, but I've been rewatching that and I am at the end of it. So I already told Mike, I'm like, I gotta find something else to watch in the background because anytime, like I have certain days of the week where new episodes of new shows that come out and that you're waiting for in real time. But what do you do the other times when you don't have something new coming up to watch? So I'm trying to find what to binge right now.
Have you watched? Oh, you know what we started rewatching? Plebs.
I
You can
love
rewatch.
Plebs.
You can rewatch.
I should
Plebs.
rewatch Plebs. I'm going to now. I love Plebs so much.
I've been falling asleep on the couch to it every night, and it's been great.
It's a great show. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's super cute.
It's British comedy, and it's hilarious. It's so funny. But should we get into our episode?
Yes, let's get in.
How do you want to start?
Why don't I start with why don't I start with why we were delayed in recording today? So my husband, anytime I'm recording, my husband is like, I'll put the baby to sleep. Like you go, record with Brandy and relax and have a good time. I'm like, thanks, sweetheart. Today did not work out. He's in the room trying to rock her to sleep. It's only been about 10 minutes. And he's like, hey, before you guys get comfy, can you come back in here? Like she won't drink her bubba. She doesn't want to settle. She keeps calling out for mama. And I'm like, okay. I go in, I grab her. She seems fine. We sit down, we snuggle up. I give her her bottle. The second I give it to her, I hear this like gulp and I'm like, oh no. She like sits right up like the Undertaker from WWE and she just projectile vomits everywhere. And I'm like, oh no, it's all over me. It's all over the chair. It's all over her. I yell for him. I'm like, you need to get in here. He comes in and he's like, what happened? I'm like, she had an upset tummy. She's probably going to feel better here in a minute. So I'm like, just take her, clothes and all, put her in the tub. I'll be right there. So I have to strip down. I'm trying to clean everything up as I move. And I go into the bathroom because he's got the tub going and he's got her sitting, he's like holding her, but he stripped her down to put her in the tub and he's yelling for me because she is actively peeing all over him. I'm like, okay. So he's like, you got to take her so I can now go get changed. I'm like, all right. But as I do her bath and everything, I'm like, all right, get her out of the tub. I'll go ahead and, get the room reset. You can bring her in. I'll rock her to sleep. See if now she wants to drink her bubba or not. And as he's picking her up out of the tub, she sneezes in his face, but she like snot rockets. And it's just, I'm like, this right here is motherhood. I'm like, this is like just the perfect example of being a mom because you can't, like, you gotta laugh at it. Like if you don't laugh, you'll cry. Sometimes you laugh and cry. But I'm laughing with her. And now that she feels better, she's giggling because she thinks it's funny. And he's laughing and he's like, we're trying to calm her down to put her to sleep. And all of us are just having a laughing fit. I'm like, it's all right. We'll figure it out. So I had told him to come in to the office to tell you like, hey, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. And he kept coming in to check and see if she was asleep. And she finally did pass out. And I'm walking in here and I'm like, did you tell Brandy that I'm going to be a minute? He's like, yeah, I told her that we had an experience. I'm like, okay.
He messaged me and he's like, so Bryson wanted me to tell you that it's going to be about 20 more minutes. We had a bit of an incident. And I said, oh no. And he goes, all good though. And I said, best of luck. And I put the soldier hat emoji next to it. And I was like, good luck to you, soldier. And then I said, I was like, I'm guessing we're about to get a lot of content for our next episode.
Yeah, definitely. And well, now that she thinks it's hilarious. So I was trying to calm her down to get her to go to sleep because I'm like, it's not funny. Meanwhile, I'm laughing. So I'm like,
it is funny though.
I was like, we're just going to sit here. So we just sat for like 10 minutes and just kind of like waited for the giggles to die down. Mm-hmm. But then I felt so bad because she's like, mama, and she tries to give me a kiss goodnight. And I'm like, girl, you just vomited everywhere. I'm not kissing you. Like, it's like, fine. Just snuggle up. It's okay.
I will kiss you on your forehead and I'll give you all the little snuggles, but don't kiss me right now. I just watched you vomit.
Oh, if anybody has 2 under 2 or anybody has any experience with introducing new babies, please comment below your advice, because I just had my baby sprinkle and I was putting away all of the stuff that I got from the baby sprinkle. And my daughter proceeded to grab every item that the new baby is supposed to get. She took it over to her crib and proceeded to put it in her crib.
Aw.
So I have a feeling she's not going to do well with sharing. So if anybody has advice, please leave it below.
That little plaything that I got you, she just immediately, they had to open it at the baby shower because she was like, this is mine.
It's in her playpen. It's hers. I'm like,
Aw.
okay.
It's okay,
So-
because when she's done playing with it, he'll start playing with it.
I figured by the time he's old enough to play with it, she'll be done with it.
Yeah.
But I felt bad because there were people that were like, no, that's not your toy. I'm like, it's fine. Just let her have it.
So do you have any specific Mother's Day stories? This is your first Mother's Day, right?
This is my very first Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. For my mom, whenever it was Mother's Day, like my dad always got her flowers. So she always gets flowers every year. But there wasn't anything specific that, like, when it came to Mother's Day, like she would want to do, or like anything that like my dad wouldn't get her. So like if she wanted new PJs or like candles or whatnot, like my dad would get it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any big stories yet. I hopefully, we'll have great ones moving forward.
I'm sure you will.
There is a special dinner for Mother's Day in the city, and that's what we're doing.
Oh, that's fun. At the, I won't put it in here, at the,
No, we're going.
that'll be so fun.
I know. I'm super excited. We are taking her with us so that way she can be with us, because that was my thing. I said, I don't want to be away from her on Mother's Day. So hopefully good weather.
Take pictures.
I'm going to take so many pictures. Yes, I am
so
excited.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Man, that's kind of convincing to be a mom if I get to go do that.
Once a year.
Once a year.
We're going to go once a year. I'm going to be a mom just so I can do this once a year. But no, I know that like certain businesses have, I think Starbucks does something, and what else? I think Panera does something, like restaurants and stuff like that do samples, or they do like a discount for Mother's Day. I'm not quite sure what exactly, but Target, I think, does something too. But I feel like it's sweet. It's very nice. But I also feel like it should be more than one day a year.
Yeah. It should be every day, because moms are really important.
Every day.
They are like one of the two most important people. So.
Yeah. Now, he got to celebrate Father's Day last year.
He did get to celebrate Father's Day last year.
So he already had his first. This is my first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, you did like all the work growing a baby and popping it out.
That's what I'm saying.
And you had to wait literally a whole year for Mother's Day.
I did.
Because you went like the week after, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like 5 days after. So you waited a whole year.
Yeah, I waited a whole year.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Growing up, like whenever somebody, like you're a kid in school and they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I always said mom. Like I never said like an actual traditional job. Like I always said I wanted to be a mom.
Yeah.
And having become a mom, I know she's going to be one, and I'm currently pregnant, but like there are still days where I look at her and I'm like, I can't believe you're mine, and I can't believe you're here. And this is so freaky that like.
You waited so long for her though.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And it was worth it. But like there are still days where I look at Mike and I'm like, I can't believe we're parents. Like I can't believe like this is our reality. And he's like, I don't get how you like, you can't believe it. And it's so astonishing. I'm like, it just is. It just is. Like you wish for something for so long, and then when it finally happens, you're like, I can't believe it's actually here. I will say that. And one big thing that I've taken away from being a mom, I feel so much guilt for how horrible I was as a teenager to my mom. I actively, like my mom was there when I delivered, and in postpartum actively like told her, I'm like, I am so sorry for everything, because there were a good couple years there where my mom and I, like, it was just oil and water. Like, it was not good. And when you're a teenager, because of all the hormones you're going through and you're growing up and you don't get it, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your mom loves you, you know, she'll do anything for you, but you, until you're a mom, you don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that I struggled with, because I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, you're my mom. You would do anything for me. Like, I get it. It's so
You didn't
different.
get it. Yeah.
I did not get it. It's so different. When you become a mom, you look at that baby and you never picture them older than being a baby. So as they grow up, like, you still treat them as a baby because they're your baby.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's different. Do you, like, still piggybacking on Mother's Day, but like my grandmother, the only reason why I was thinking about this so strongly was because of the baby sprinkle that I just had.
Mm-hmm.
My yaya, so that's my grandmother on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
She does this thing, and I love her for it, but we all kind of pick on her in the family on it. She will make a quote unquote craft.
Okay.
Or like a gift. She'll go and get like these items from the dollar store, and she'll make like a cheesy craft, whether it's a magnet for your fridge or a bookmark or something like that. But she makes them by like the 20s and 30s.
Oh,
And
she makes a lot of them.
She doesn't tell you that she's doing it.
Okay.
So like, if you have a party coming up, she'll just show up with it. And all of a sudden you're looking back at your pictures and you're like, what are these on the table? Like, why are people walking around with bubbles? We didn't have bubbles. It's because Yaya did it. So I've learned over the years how to intercept it a little bit.
Yeah. Did this happen at your...
Yes. This happened at my wedding. This happened at every birthday party I've ever had. This happened at my bridal shower. Yes, this has happened at every event I have ever hosted or been the guest of honor at or whatnot. For this one, because I was like, we had to pick her up, so I could kind of intercept it. So she gave me a box that had a game in it, and it was like it was this little cartoon baby, and you had to cut out the features and glue them on to the naked baby.
Okay.
So like, you would cut out, like, you get to choose the eyes, and you got to choose the hair, and you got to choose the lips, and you were supposed to make a baby. And then on the back of it, you got to like name it and guess the weight and height and all of that. And she was like, oh, you know, I got this for you for your shower. Like, it cost me money, but don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, these are really creepy, man. We are not setting these out. So I told my mom, I was like, we're going to put these in the kitchen. They're going to stay in the box. We're going to hide them. And when she asks us what happened, I'm going to say, oh, I forgot them. But it's something I know I'm going to miss when she's gone.
Yeah.
It is. It really is, because it's her and I love her for it. And there are times where she has done stuff where I'm like, no, it's not that bad. Like, just let it go. Over the years, like for my wedding, she got bubbles because I had told her, she's like, well, you got to throw rice. I'm like, we can't, we're not allowed. Where we got married, you're not allowed to do that. And so she was like, well, what about petals? I'm like, we were told by the venue, like, we're not allowed to throw anything because they don't want to have to clean it up. And I understand that.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, okay, that's fine. And then on my wedding day, on top of everything that happened on my wedding day, she was like, oh, I handed out bubbles. I'm like, okay.
I wasn't allowed bubbles. I wasn't allowed bubbles. I wasn't allowed to throw anything. I thought we could do like the sparklers. We weren't allowed to do the sparklers, which is fine because it was less things that I had to buy. But I did buy bubbles because I did plan on doing a receiving line, and then we weren't allowed to use them because they were... I got married in an old industrial warehouse, and the floor was just a cement floor. So they were scared, like, you blow the bubbles, they go on the ground, it's going to make the floor slippery. So it was like completely understandable. But I was like, I hope no one's looking forward to a receiving line because we're not going to do one.
But yeah, so it's like, it's one thing that I know I'm going to miss that she does. And I appreciate it. I am not ungrateful, but there is a limit. And the fact that it's not something that she's like, hey, what can I do? Or, hey, can I do this? Like, she doesn't care what your theme is. She doesn't care what you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Like, she does what she wants to do. So
I think my family's very like food oriented. Anytime anyone has anything, they're like, okay, well, if you bring this, then I'll bring this, and then I'll bring this. And recently for holidays, I've been like, my mom will message and she was like, hey, we're going to have Easter at our house on this day at this time. And I was like, cool, perfect. We'll be there. Can I bring a dessert? And she's like, nope, you can't. Your grandma's already bringing it. And your other grandma's already bringing this. So do you want to bring green bean casserole? And I was like, sure, I can handle green bean casserole. But my family, I feel like we're all so food oriented. Like my one grandma will always bring deviled eggs. My other grandma will always bring pickled beets and eggs. So those are like their two things. And then both of them will fight over bringing dessert. And it's funny. And I also fight over bringing dessert. And my sister-in-law also wants to bring dessert. We only ever want to bring desserts. But I have been going to like, I'll bring a vegetable because vegetables are important. So if it's a summer, I'll make like a nice salad. And if it's winter, I'll bring like green beans or broccoli casserole or something. My mom normally like hosts everything. I think my favorite thing my mom does is like when we were growing up, she'd always be like, oh, it's your birthday, or oh, it's a special day. What do you want to eat for your birthday? And I would always want, she makes these chicken rolls and it's like Pillsbury crescent dough. And then you like cook a chicken, shred it up with cream cheese and salt and pepper. I don't know what else is in there. My mom makes it. Hers are always way better than mine. And you like dip the crescent roll in melted butter, put it on breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese, and you lay it on there, put the filling in, roll it up, and like bake it in the oven. And they are so good. So every year I wanted that. And there was this one time I was watching TV with my dad, and my mom, my brother were already in bed, but my dad and I were still awake. And I don't remember like if he started to fall asleep or what was happening, but we were watching Food Network because like that's who we are as people. And there was a Thanksgiving dinner that came on TV, and I was like, man, you know what I would eat so much right now is Thanksgiving dinner. And my dad was like, well, you're going to have to wait until October 25th. Why? What's October 25th?
yeah.
And he was just like, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's in November, and it's always on a different day. And the next morning I told my mom, and it became like a running joke for so long. And then on October 25th, my mom made us Thanksgiving Day dinner.
Aww.
And it was so nice.
That's funny that she remembered that. Isn't that crazy that like you can make the exact same thing with the same recipe, but it does not taste nearly as good as when your mom does it?
Oh, my mom's is so much better.
My mom will make tea for me, like hot tea. And I'm not a hot drink person. The only time I want like a hot drink is if it's hot tea and if it's my mom's. And it's so simple. It's just chai tea with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of creamer.
That sounds delicious. I could go for one of those right now.
Right? I stand next to her. I make it the exact same way she does, and it does not taste nearly as good as hers. So anytime I'm over at the house, I'm like, Mom, will you make me some tea? So I get it. I don't know how she does it. I think she's a witch. I think she just does some like voodoo magic over top of it or something.
I asked my mom, I was like, hey, Mom, do you want to send in a story for us to read on our Mother's Day episode for the podcast? My mom also listens to every episode. So thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Mom. Both of our moms. Thank you so much. We love you.
We love you so much.
We might bitch about you, but we love you.
We'll try to keep the bitching to a minimum on this one because it is your day.
We'll try, but there's so many good stories.
She said to tell you guys this story. For Christmas 2 years ago, my grandparents are very crafty and they're really into woodworking. And for Christmas, they made us all welcome signs to put near the doors to our house, either our front door. We have ours on the porch because that's the door we use most often. And the O in welcome is a different piece of wood. It just comes off. You can put a different one on. It's like outdoor Velcro, I think.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And there's one that's a heart for Valentine's Day. There's one that's a snowman. There's one that's like a Santa Claus. So there's a Santa Claus. There's a snowman. Maybe there's not a heart. I can't remember if there's a heart, but there is a St. Patrick's Day shamrock. And then the next one was like a red, white, and blue heart or like a flag of some sort. Last year, I said, hey, Grandma, thank you so much for the sign, but I don't want to put my red, white, and blue heart on yet. Could you make me a tulip for springtime? I just want something from the transition between St. Patty's Day and 4th of July, like just something to throw in there. She was like, yeah, sure. So she made me a tulip to go on my sign. I was like, wow, thank you so much. And I got up probably a year ago, and she had said last summer, would you send us a picture of that tulip? Because we're going to make everyone some for Christmas, because you're right, they need something for spring too. And I said, okay, send her a picture. Completely forgot about the conversation. Didn't even think to tell anyone. Nothing happened. So a couple weeks ago, I have this group chat with, it's me, my grandparents, my mom, my brother, and my uncle. Okay. And my uncle sends this message that's like, I think I'm going to put my snowman back on because I'm not ready to put my red, white, and blue heart on the sign yet. I wish I had something for spring. And I said, ha, joke's on you. I have a tulip. And I sent them a picture of the tulip on my sign. And he was like, how did you get that? I asked nicely last year. Guess I'm the favorite. So there was like this whole, let me see if I can find it. The conversation is
basically you started chaos.
I mean, yeah, but no. Oh, let me see if I can find it.
I love it. I'm going to rage bait the family with a tulip. That's the title. I'm going to rage bait my family with a tulip.
I sent my grandma the picture, and my uncle sent just this week a picture of his sign with a pink tulip on it. And he's like, look what I've got. Apparently being number one son still has its perks. And my mom responds and she's like, ha, I always knew you were the favorite. And I said, congrats on being number one son. You must be second in line behind favorite youngest granddaughter.
Ooh.
It was so funny. We just kept going back and forth. So my mom and my brother were last. My mom was the last one to get her tulip for her sign. And she was real. She's like, I finally got it, but I don't like the fact that I was last. And I was like, yeah, but your daughter was first and that should count for something. So it was so funny.
Are there any things like sayings or any traditions with your grandmas that you guys do that's special? Like, so my yaya, she has a lullaby that she has sung and taught to all of us grandkids, and I now sing it to my daughter. But there's also the fact that like, I don't know why we do it. Mike gets so annoyed. Me, my dad, my yaya, we don't say goodbye on the phone.
Oh, you're one of those people?
Yeah, I mean, I'll end the conversation, but I'm not like, okay, goodbye, click.
Yeah, Anthony won't do it either, and it's very bothersome.
Yeah, I don't know why it bothers him so bad, but it does. And he's like, you have to say goodbye. I'm like, but I ended the conversation. I don't get it. But it's so sweet. I don't know if she does with anybody else, but she's done it with me ever since I can remember. And whenever I was younger, I would be embarrassed. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't care. So she doesn't say goodbye, but she'll end the conversation with, okay, love you. And I'm like, love you. She goes, love you more. I'm like, love you more. And she'll go, love you most. I'm like, love you most. So she'll do that whenever we're on the phone or we're like saying goodbye in person or whatnot. Yeah, I didn't know if there were any like traditions or anything that like your grandmas do.
I don't know if this is a tradition, but I do have two stories. Mm-hmm. First one, tradition-wise, this isn't really like a tradition, but just how people hang up the phone. My grandma on my dad's side.
Okay.
When you talk to her on the phone and you're like ending the conversation, she goes, uh-huh, mm-hmm, bye-bye. And that's how she hangs up the phone every time.
It sounds like a parrot.
Uh-huh, mm-hmm, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Every time.
So cute.
Every time it makes me chuckle. But I'll talk to her on the phone, but she's my grandma where anytime we would get hurt, she would like have to touch it. I remember getting my ears pierced and her being like, oh, let me see, and like ripping my ear apart.
Oh no.
And there was this one time I was in 8th grade. I know I was in 8th grade because it was a traumatic experience for me, but my dad fell in the shower and shattered his face, had to go to the hospital. Our bathroom looked like a bloodbath. I was like, not
Your
okay.
Dad.
I know.
We need to put him in bubble wrap.
Oh, I know. He knows it too.
He needs to live in a bubble.
He fell, had to get 14 stitches in his face, broke the bone. I think I don't remember if he broke his nose too or what, but he went to my grandma's and my grandma was like, oh, does it hurt? And like poked his
started
face.
poking it.
Yeah, that's what she does. But speaking of her, I think she's a witch. I think she could be part witch. I think we might have some witchy in her side.
Listen, that's badass.
I know. I think I need to talk to her about it. And one reason, you tell me if you think this is witchy. So when I was little, I can show you with the people who can't see us, which is everyone but Bryceland. You're not going to be able to see it.
I'm special.
right here on my finger, my pointer finger, but the middle knuckle.
Okay.
When I was younger, I had a wart on that knuckle and I tried everything. My parents would burn it off, try to get it to go away. I dug it out of my skin one time and it would come back. Literally, no matter what I did, it would go away for like a week, 2 weeks, it would grow back and it would like grow back bigger. And I remember going to my grandma's house and being like so frustrated with it. And she was like, let me see. I know how to take care of that. And my grandma got in the cupboard, cut a potato in half. She had me rub the potato on my finger. All right. We put the two halves together. We went outside. We dug a hole, buried the potato. And she goes, when the potato rots, your wart will go away. It has never came back. It went away and it has never came back.
Yeah, that sounds witchy.
You can't tell me she doesn't have some witch in her.
Can we schedule like a tea? Can we all just go hang out and like...
I think we would all love that. I think my grandma would also love that.
We need to. Yeah. That sounds awesome. I'll bring my tarot cards. We'll figure this out.
This sounds great.
This is wonderful.
I joined a Patreon for a different podcast today and they sent me a message and they were like, so for all our new patrons, we're going to do like a tarot pool.
That's genius.
Look in your messages this week because we're going to do a specialized tarot pool for you. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see it.
We're going to borrow that idea eventually down the line and we will give acknowledgement.
Yeah.
But I love that idea.
It's great. My other grandma, so my grandma on my mom's side, we talk on the phone a lot. We don't talk on the phone as much as we used to just because it's harder now that I'm an adult. But I remember being little, always wanting to call and talk to my grandma on the phone. And that's just what we do. And anytime we're on the phone, we can't stop yawning. We will just start yawning. We can't stop. And we don't know why. We'll both be like, we're not tired. Why are we doing this? But I remember she called me one time and Hello.
Okay.
All right, we're back.
All right.
Sorry, guys. We had some technical
difficulties.
difficulties. Yeah. I think I was saying about there was this one time, and I'm not positive, but I think it was when I was packing to move into our house now. So I was living in my apartment. I was packing everything to move, and I was coming up once a week with like a bin of things. I was working full time. It was the middle of December, and there was just a lot of things going on at that point in time. And I was just mental breakdown, not doing great. And I called and talked to my grandma, and I remember being, I don't want to say snippy, but I was quiet because I didn't have the energy to even like have a phone call. And I was I felt bad because like, I want to talk to you, but also I like can't handle one more thing on my plate and this phone call stressing me out. And I remember sending her a text message after the phone calls because I felt so bad because I felt like I was not being nice and that wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
And I remember I messaged her and I was like, I'm so sorry. I was just in a bad mood. If I seem short, I didn't mean to. And she was just like, well, if you can't be in a bad mood with grandma, then who can you be in a bad mood with?
Aww.
Oh. So she's also the person that says, those who are mad just have to get glad.
That's adorable.
It made me feel so much better. I was like, okay, she's not mad at me. Like, it's fine, you know?
Yeah. So my mom's mom has passed away. She passed away when I was a lot younger. So I didn't really get to have a close relationship with her. But Mike and I have been together for so long that like, even though we're married and like when you get married, you marry the family. I feel like his grandma, his granny and I, like we have a good relationship.
I feel like granny's everyone's granny.
She's everyone's granny. He always tells stories where he's like, people just call her granny that half the people that know her don't know her first name.
I don't. I
And
know
I'm like,
her as
love
granny.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I love that. I think that's funny. But she has an accent. She has like a thick accent and she can't pronounce my name.
Really?
Really. Like pay attention next time.
Okay.
She calls me Pricelin, like Price Lin, like it's not Brycelyn. And I'm like, okay. So I've just gotten over it. I think it's adorable. But she and my Yaya are like polar opposites. And I like that. You have his granny who's like still works multiple jobs. She's kick ass. She knows how to pack a car at a thrift haul. Like she can do anything. And then you have my Yaya who's like, I will make a craft with you. I will snuggle you and watch a movie. I will tell you about family traditions and we'll look at old books. And so they're polar opposites. So watching them become great grandmas is so entertaining because you have my yaya who just wants to like snuggle her and like be there for her and like, show her off, tell her how much she loves her and how cutesy she is and buy her clothes. And then you have Granny who's like, come here, mom said no sugar, I'm going to give you sugar. Like she's
Aw.
like just the antagonizer. So it's adorable to see them. And it makes me wonder from like my mom's point of view, what it was like when she had me, because I love my yaya, but I'm sure she treated me different when I was younger than she's treating my daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what it was like.
It's funny because I remember when I was little going to my grandma's house and being allowed to do something and my mom being like, you're not allowed to do that. And
Yes.
my grandma being like, she's at grandma's house. She knows where she is. And she's allowed to do that here. She's allowed to crawl on the counter to get some candy out of the cupboard. And I remember that's what it was, is I would get the chair up and I would crawl on the chair, crawl on the counter, and I would get in the candy cupboard and I would get a piece of candy. And now that my mom's a grandma, my nephew, I almost said his name, but my nephew is allowed to do so many different things that I wasn't allowed to do. And she's like,
yeah.
well, he's at grandma's house, but his grandma's house was my mom's house. So
Yes.
it's the same house. I wasn't allowed to do those things here. And she's like, well, you were a kid, not a grandkid. Mom. So
My mom is guilty of that too.
Uh-huh.
She does that with all of the grandkids. I'm like, listen, this is not okay. She's like, it absolutely is okay. This isn't fair. This is so not fair. My mom always used to host Thanksgiving before I took it over. And I just remember whenever it was Thanksgiving, you weren't allowed to be anywhere in the kitchen until after she was done cooking. And now, since I've been hosting, it's like everybody hangs out in the kitchen while I cook. I mean, they help, but go away.
I want to be in the kitchen helping my mom.
I don't get it. I'm like, you had a rule. We weren't allowed to bother you. And like now that I'm hosting, you're all up in here like,
You're
let me
bothering.
be part of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
But
funny.
it's the same way with the kids. I will tell her she can't have her do something, and my mom's like, "This is grandma's house. She can have that." I'm like, no, I wasn't even allowed to have that. What do you mean?
That's my thing. I don't remember what he did, but I was like, we're not allowed to do that here, buddy. And my mom was like, this is grandma's house. He can do what he wants at grandma's house, but it's still mom's house.
Yep. Would you like to read our listener story, and then I'll read our other
Yes.
listener story?
Thank you to everyone who sent in listener stories.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate it so much. It's really helpful. And we're really excited to share your stories with everyone.
So excited.
First one, she says, hi, my name is Christine. Yes, you can use my name. And I am a 32-year-old married mother of 2 boys ages 7 and 4. First, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Even on those days where we feel less than, like we haven't done enough, because let's be honest, we've all been there more than once. We really are powerhouses. If our kids are fed, healthy, and bathed, we're winning.
That's so true. It's so true. There are so many days just within this first year of having her that I'm like, I'm not doing enough. The house isn't clean enough. She's not happy enough. The dogs are barking too much. There's just that voice that nags at you that's like, it's not enough. But moms are superheroes.
Yeah. My mom was definitely a superhero for having to deal with my brother. I'll tell you that.
My mom always, I feel so bad. My mom always makes a joke, but did you die?
My mom would always
You're
say,
fine.
it'll be better
Did
before you
die?
get married.
It's great.
That was her thing. She'd always say, oh, it'll be better before you're married. And I'm like, will it? But you
Will
know,
it
it was,
though?
except for that skin condition that I had. That wasn't better. Actually, I didn't have it. Well, I had one spot on my arm before. And then after I got married, it was like, surprise, all over your body. If our kids are fed, healthy, and bathed, we're winning. I don't remember celebrating Mother's Day too often as a kid. My relationship with my own mom was pretty rocky until about 10 years ago. She was an alcoholic most of my childhood and into my adult life. There were times I didn't even know where she was or if she was alive. She's sober now, and I have what I would consider a decent relationship with her, but I feel like being raised in that situation definitely had a huge impact on how I raise my own children. Growing up with trauma from a childhood like my own and then having to raise my own children on top of that can be a challenge, to say the least. I grew up in a filthy home, parents always fighting both verbally and physically, raising my younger siblings to the best of my ability at 10 to 13 years old. I'll spare the details, but just know that it was rough. I know even before having children that even if I did have them, I wouldn't want them to be raised in a situation even close to that. I married the kindest, most patient man on the face of the earth. I think I've heard him yell maybe 5 times in almost 13 years we've been together. He didn't grow up in a situation even close to mine, but he respected my past and the things that I wanted for our children. Now, there are things I wish I was better at. My house isn't spotless, it's small and cluttered, and we only have one bathroom. Try sharing a bathroom with 2 boys and your husband. It sucks.
Oh, mama.
But it's clean. The boys have nice clothes that they don't have to be embarrassed about wearing to school. They have most of the toys that they want, and we spend quality time together as a family multiple times a week. I believe most mothers and parents in general really just want what's best for their kids, and obviously there are going to be mess ups along the way. My personal goal is to raise my children better than I was raised, give them more than what I was offered. Hopefully one day when they have children of their own, my parenting will be a good foundation for them, and maybe they'll be able to raise their children better than I raised them. And I think that's all I can hope for. Anyways, thanks for listening to my little rant. Not sure if that's the right word, but I'm going to stick with it. Happy Mother's Day, and a special thank you to Brycelyn. And she said, fuck, I hope I spelled that right. She didn't, but it was a great try, and you were really close.
You were really close. I am proud of you for that.
And Brandy for including me. Thank you so much for sending in a story. And you're also doing great.
Thank you. You're doing a fantastic job. And having that background, thank you for, coming on and sharing that. I can't imagine what you went through, but I know that you are doing a better job and your kids are going to be grateful for it.
Yes.
And all we can hope is that our kids have better situations than us. I mean, I had a wonderful childhood, but there are still things that I'm like, I wish my kids do better. Mm-hmm. So I get it. I do.
I had the most loving and supportive parents throughout my entire life. So I can't imagine having to go through that. It had to have been. I'm glad that you were able to take that and learn from it and know that you don't want to raise your kids that way. That was really.
Yeah. And I wish you the best Happy Mother's Day ever.
Me too. Happy Mother's Day, Christine. I will say my mom sent me a message when I was asking her, and she didn't say. I was also talking to her all day because we have to buy curtains, and I was like, I don't know how to buy curtains, Mom. So she had to talk me through. I was like, where do you even go to buy curtains? I got some at Target. She said there was one point when Mom said to me, so my grandma said to her, and then this was when you two were little, you're such a good mom. I'm not sure I was that good. And my mom said, well, where do you think I learned it from?
Aww.
So that's cute.
I'm going to read this one. She sent a couple different little stories of what it was like for her to be a mom. This is Brittany. She actually sent us her birth story too, but we're going to save that for an episode that we're going to be doing later on. So these are just a couple different stories that she put in here about motherhood and being a mom and what that's like. He has a son and that he was hard to potty train. Every year we go to Myrtle Beach, have been going since I was a toddler. My mom, Nana, told him he couldn't wear diapers if he wanted to go to the beach. The 11-hour car ride, not one accident. It took a trip to potty train him, even though I had spent almost a year trying to.
That's funny.
So you tell that boy he's going to go to the beach and he can't wear a diaper, then he's going to potty train. You spend an entire year trying to train him. He's going to be like, no. To piggyback on potty training, she has chihuahuas and they have pee pads for them. She said, I was watching TV and I hear a noise like water dribbling. I turn and my son is peeing on the pee pad. And I said, well, at least it's not the floor. And he did just watch the dog use it.
What would you even do? What would you even... You can't be mad, but you can be mad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. It would be like today's situation where I'm supposed to be like calming her down and getting her to sleep, but I just can't stop laughing. It would be like that. Like,
don't do that.
Listen, kids are so weird. If you giggle when you're not supposed to, it instantly becomes a game. So they will use that against you. So you got to be careful. She says, my one real panic story that I have of whenever he was little, he was 3 and sitting in his car seat. We had gone to the store and he picked a small bag of chips that he had eaten 1,000,000 times. I gave it to him and started to drive home. I'm going down the highway and I'm on the bridge and I look back to check on him and he's choking. I pulled the car over, got him out of the seatbelt and saved him. I took the chips off of him and I never let him eat while I drove again until he got a lot older.
That's terrifying.
That's scary.
That's so scary. I never had that fear of choking while being in the car, but that takes choking to like a whole new level.
I have a story in regards to my husband and choking, but I'll tell that another time. But it makes me nervous with my kids because of that. So I get very anxious anytime, even if I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you lunch. I'll put you in the high chair while I do the dishes or I cook or something. I still have her. I move the high chair next to me because I'm afraid if I turn my back on her, I won't notice if she's choking.
Yeah.
Now, granted, she's perfectly fine, but still. So that's scary.
Yeah.
And then this is her last little story that she put in here. My son is going to be 18 soon and he's graduating high school, even though he's already attending college classes. I have so many funny stories, rip your hair out stories, as I look back on these 18 years. I can say I'm not perfect, nor am I the best mother, but I did my damnedest, and I think I did a pretty good job. I was 21 when I had my son, and we, in a way, grew up together in a sense because of my age. My sister, which, hello, it's me. Hi. will tell you I'm a helicopter mom, which isn't true. It's true, Brittany. You're a helicopter mom. I love you, but you are. Although now that she is a mom to a 1-year-old and soon to be newborn, I wonder if her view on that has changed, being a mom herself. No, you're a helicopter mom. I love you. And I'm not going to lie. I have babies. So I am a helicopter mom right now because they are babies. You have an 18-year-old. You're a helicopter mom because you still treat him sometimes like a baby. But being a mom, like I said earlier, you never stop looking at them as your babies. So I can't even picture what my kids are going to be like when they're 18. Like the fact that my nephew is turning 18 is just mind-boggling to me. I was there the day that she gave birth. I wasn't there for the birth, but I got to hold him right after. And going from that to him being 18, like I feel old. And it's one of those situations where it's like, how did we get here? I'm so proud of him. And I'm proud of her because, like she said, she was a mom at 21. She did a lot on her own. So I am proud of her for that. You are a damn good mom, and happy Mother's Day, but you're still a helicopter mom. And I love you for it, but you are. Oh, we kind of talked about this a little bit. We're not going to put the details in there about what I'm doing for my first Mother's Day, but if you guys have any stories about like your favorite Mother's Day gift that either you were given or you gifted, something that maybe your husband did for you that the quote unquote kids did, go ahead and leave it in the comments below or let us know, because we're always looking for examples to do for our moms or, for our husbands to do for us. So let us know.
I love every year getting my mom a hanging basket, like the flowers that you hang. It's in the hanging basket.
Yeah.
I love getting my mom the hanging basket. And normally there's a greenhouse down the road, and that's normally where I get it. And then I was at Costco and they have such pretty ones there. I'm like, I don't know, my mom might be getting a Costco one this year. I was looking at them last week and I'm like, can I keep it alive for 2 weeks? Probably not. So I'm going to go probably and get it for her.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I probably can't keep it alive that long.
My mom and I, let me explain this first by saying I talk to my mom every single day, multiple times a day.
Me too.
And I couldn't imagine not doing that.
If I ever forget, my mom will message me and ask me if I've died.
Yes. Yep. My mom does the same thing. But she just had her birthday and she told my dad, she's like, this is what I want for my birthday. It was a set of 3 books. It was a trilogy. And she's like, her tablet went kaplunk and she needs a new one. And she's been looking at doing a Kindle this time instead, or getting a new tablet. And she's shopping around right now, so she hasn't gotten one yet. So she told my dad, she's like, for my birthday / Mother's Day, this is what I want. And he's like, yeah, okay. I love my dad. You have to remind him every single day, twice a day. Otherwise, he will not remember to do it. Well, he did. He remembered to get her book. It came late because he probably didn't remember in time, but she just got it. And instead of it being 3 books, they did all of them in one bound. So it's one giant book with all 3 stories in it. And I told her, I was like, this is great. This is even better. Like, look how cool that is. She's like, yeah. And then she looked at me and she's like, I really need to get a tablet fixed or get a new one or a Kindle. I'm like, yeah. So I was telling her, because not working, just being a stay-at-home mom, I got rid of like all of my unnecessary subscriptions and everything. And I'm not paying for it. I don't need it. The one thing I will not get rid of is my Kindle Unlimited.
I don't have Kindle Unlimited, but I will get Kindle books from the library.
I use the crap out of it so often, like every day, almost every other day, I am using it. So I told my mom, I'm like, if there's a book that you want.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get Kindle because it's $12 a month. Like for me, it's worth it. But I'm like, if you don't want to get it, I will get it and I'll just switch Kindles with you for the night and you can read it on mine and I'll have yours. Like it'll be okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if she gets a Kindle or if she gets another tablet because sometimes she likes to watch movies on it. But yeah, if there are any gifts out there, let me know.
I was listening to one of our episodes. I don't remember which one. I don't know if it was one that was released or not, but you had recommended a book and I listened to the audiobook this week.
You did?
It was good. It was really cute. Yeah. It was Between the Lines.
Yes.
It was a good book. I liked it.
It's so cute.
It was
right?
really cute. Yeah.
It's a good book. I like it.
I was editing it and I was like, I wonder if that's available at the library. And I looked and it was available and it was not very long. It was like, I don't know, 9 hours long maybe. I think I'm going to listen to that this week. And that's what I did.
That's one of those books that I liked so much that I'm like, I need a physical copy.
I have one more story.
Yes.
So I did change it around a little bit just because it was in bullet points and I made it into a letter.
Okay.
Watching my daughter become a mother was breathtaking, shifting from the girl I pampered into a fierce guardian of new life. Watching her has made me immensely proud, not just for the mother she has become, but for the amazing woman that she has always been. The moment she held her baby, I watched as her exhaustion faded. It was replaced by the all-consuming love that mirrors the bond that we share, cementing her place as both my child and a nurturing force of nature. It began with the joy of seeing her pregnant belly, followed by watching her become a little mama in preparation. In the delivery room, she found new strength, overcoming fear and fatigue to bring her own daughter into the world, immediately assuming her new role of a protector. The sleepless nights and soul-sucking exhaustion brought a new kind of obsession, a total, selfless focus on her baby that changed her priorities forever. I now see my daughter in the quiet moments, holding her baby just as I held her, and realizing now that she understands the worries and deep love that I felt, making us closer than ever. Watching her has made me immensely proud, not just for the mother she has become, but for the amazing woman that she has always been. Brycelyn, you're a fabulous mother. I really want you to know how proud we are of everything you do for your little girl and soon will be doing for your new son. We all love you so much and are so proud of you. Love, Mom.
I'm going to have to mute this, otherwise people are going to hear me ugly cry. That's not fair. Thank you, Mommy.
I messaged her a couple weeks ago and I was like, do not tell Brycelyn.
I've been telling her for the last 3 days, I'm like, hey, if you're going to send me something, you need to send it. I literally called her as Mike was fixing my computer just now on our technical difficulties. And I'm like, I don't have anything. Do you want me to? Like, I don't have to say anything. You don't have to be on the podcast. She's like, I sent it to Brandy. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm thinking she sent you like embarrassing like childhood stories of being a mom.
She sent this like 2 weeks ago and you were like, I keep asking my mom for a story. And I'm like, well, she sent one, but I don't really know how to say it.
You guys are sneaky.
I don't want to tell her that I already got it.
Oh, not fair. Thank you.
Yes.
That was very sweet.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy first Mother's Day.
And now I'm going to have all kinds of sniffles and I'm going to sound like I'm sick because I ugly cry whenever I'm happy.
Okay. I'm also tearing up a little bit if it makes you feel any better. You also had me tearing up at the beginning of the episode, but from laughing too hard.
Yeah. Projectile vomit will do that.
Or that could be our title. Oh, God.
All right.
I just wanted to say thanks to my mom for always being supportive and loving and letting me call and cry whenever I need to, which is way more often than it probably should be. So sorry, but also thank you.
And thank you to my mom for everything. I would not be the mom that I am without having you as the mom that you were and are. We may call you both 1,000 times a day, but that's because we love you so much.
Because we love you.
And we trust your judgment.
We need help because we don't know how to live life and we need you to help us do it.
There's this commercial, I think it's a commercial or an ad, I don't remember, that pops up and it's like when I'm a kid and people try to tell me what to do and I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Now that I'm an adult and I beg them, tell me step by step what to do for how long and why I'm doing it. That right there is literally life right now.
But also, my mom's had to do this with me where we put it on my parents' TV. And my mom was like, I want to watch this movie, but the volume's not working. So I literally went up and I took pictures of our TV and I sent her, this is how you fix it. Because I tried to explain and she's like, well, I went to this. And I'm like, no, it's not where you think it would be. And I took pictures of the TV each step and I sent it to her. And I was like, this is how you have to get there. And she was like, oh, it works now. Thanks so much. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
You all are rock stars. And remember, it literally takes a village.
It does take a village. So, and if you're doing it by yourself, you are a whole village and you're doing great. Don't let anyone tell you any different.
Nope. You got this.
Happy Mother's Day, friends. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for tuning in to the Bitching Babes. To share your stories with us, please send us an email to tellthebabes@gmail.com. Now, this is your friendly reminder to blow out your candle and hydrate responsibly. We'll see you next time.